In the previous lecture, we had started with the chapter of vectors. We had learned what are the types of vectors and also certain laws regarding addition of vectors, namely triangle law, the parallelogram law, the polygonal law, etc. Here, we are going to do certain sums based on these laws. So, we begin with exercise 5.1. Now, in exercise 5.1, the first sum is based on this particular law that is there. So I would advise you to open your textbook and keep it to exercise 5.1 because it would be difficult to read from here actually. So the question is, the vector A bar is directed due north and mod A is equal to 24. The vector B bar is directed due west and mod B, that is the magnitude of B, is 7. Find mod A plus B. So in the solution, suppose A starts from this particular point. See, this is A, and from point A we draw this vector going north, that is going upwards. So this is A bar. Okay, similarly, so AB represents A bar. Now from B we draw the vector, other vector up to C going west, that means in the left direction, to the left. So this becomes vector B bar. Then we also join AC. So we get a triangle. Now by the triangle law of vector addition, we have AB plus BC coming out as AC. So AC comes out as A bar plus B bar. Also, triangle ABC is a right angle triangle at B. So angle B is a right angle. So here we have vector AB as A bar, vector BC as B bar, and AC becomes AB plus BC. So vector AC becomes AB plus BC, which is A bar plus B bar. Also the magnitudes are given. So here by Pythagoras theorem, we say that AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. So the magnitudes are 24, that is 24 square we have, plus 7 square, which comes out as 576 plus 49, which comes out as 625. Therefore, we have AC coming as 25. So the magnitude of vector AC, which is the magnitude of A bar plus B bar, comes out as 25. So thus we do the sum this way. Going on to sum number 2 now. The second question here, that is, in triangle PQR, PQ bar is 2A and QR bar is 2B, vector I mean. The midpoint of PR is M. Find the following vectors in terms of A bar and B bar. So we have to find out the value of PR bar, PM bar and QM bar. Let us see how to draw the figure. So in this case, we have triangle PQR, which we draw this way, and in triangle PQR we have M as the midpoint of PR. Okay, this much they have given. Also PQ is 2A bar, and similarly QR is 2B bar. So first of all, PR bar. Now by triangle law again, PR bar comes out as PQ bar plus QR bar. So PR bar is PQ plus QR, which is 2A plus 2B. Then the second quantity that they told us to represent is PM bar. Now, since M is the midpoint of PR, therefore, we can say that PM is equal to half of PR bar. Which is half 2A plus 2B. Which comes out as A plus B, A bar plus B bar. So thus we find the value of PM. Then the third value, that is how to find QM that they have given. Okay, so if you look at that, okay, we have RM. If you look at the figure, we have RM is equal to half of PR again, half of RP again. Because in vectors, direction is important, so we have a half of RP vector, which is minus half of PR. And PR we had got it as 2A plus 2B. So thus it becomes equal to minus half of 2A plus 2B. Simplifying that, we have actually minus A minus B. Opening the bracket, multiplying, cutting the 2, etc. We have minus A minus B. So this becomes the value for RM. Then QM by triangle law of addition. We have QM bar is equal to QR plus RM. Which is 2B minus A minus B. Which comes out as, on simplifying, it comes out as B minus A, vector B minus vector A. So thus we find the value. Now when you sit down to look at the video, I would advise you to keep your notebooks open so that side by side you can write and draw the figure and understand the sum as well. Now in the third sum, OABCDE is a regular hexagon. The points A and B have position vectors A bar and B bar respectively, referred to the origin O. So here O is the origin. Find in terms of A bar and B bar the position vectors of the points C, D and E. That means we have to write C, D and E in terms of O. So if you observe the figure, you find that they are already given to us, that OA bar is equal to A bar, vector OA is A bar and vector OB is B bar. We have drawn over here, we have drawn the lines OC, AD and BE, and the lines are meeting at point M. So we can say that M is the midpoint of these lines. So M is the midpoint of AD, BE and OC. This way. Now in triangle AOB, observe the triangle AOB. We have AB bar. By triangle law, we have AB bar is equal to AO bar plus OB bar. Which can be written as minus OA vector plus OB. Now OA is nothing but A bar, so we get minus A bar. Similarly, we get plus B bar. Therefore, we say that AB bar is equal to B bar minus A bar. So this we keep in mind. Also, we observe that OABM is a parallelogram. Okay, you remember this is a short form for parallelogram. So it's a parallelogram, and therefore opposite sides of a parallelogram are parallel and equal. So therefore we have OM, vector OM is equal to vector AB. Now AB was B minus A, so this becomes B minus A, B bar minus A bar. Also, M is the midpoint of OC. So we have OC bar is equal to twice of OM bar, which is twice of B minus A. Thus, we have represented C in terms of A and B. So this is the first answer that we got actually. Okay, C has been represented in terms of A and B over here. Now moving on with respect to OD. Okay, by triangle law, we have OD bar is equal to OC plus CD. You can observe the figure and find out. Okay, we can also write it as OC minus DC. OC minus DC. Now, in a hexagon, in a regular hexagon, opposite sides are equal. Okay, so DC is equal to OA. So we have DC bar equal to OA bar. And OA bar is nothing but A bar as given. So thus we have OD bar is equal to OC minus OA. Substituting the value DC as OA, we have OC bar minus OA bar. Now OC we had already found it out. It was 2B minus 2A, isn't it? So OD becomes 2B minus 2A and OA is minus A. So thus it is 2B minus 3A. So thus we have represented D in terms of A and B. Okay, OD is a position vector of D, and therefore now moving on, we get OE. Again by triangle law, OE bar is equal to OM plus ME. You can observe the figure and get it. And therefore, now OM is nothing but B minus A minus EM. ME can be written as EM, so it becomes minus EM bar. Now again, when you observe the figure, EM is equal to OA because OAME form a parallelogram over here. If you can observe this, OAME form this parallelogram. So therefore, opposite sides of a parallelogram are equal. So we can say that EM is equal to OA. Thus, instead of EM, we substitute the value OA. So we have over here OE coming as B minus A minus OA bar, which is B minus A minus A, which is B minus 2A. Thus, we represent OE also in terms of A and B, that is there. The next question, if ABCDEF is a regular hexagon, then show that AB bar plus AC bar plus AD bar plus AE bar plus AF bar is equal to 6AD bar. Okay, where 6AO, where O is the center of the hexagon. Now let us check how to do this sum. Now since the figure is a regular hexagon, we have opposite sides to be equal. So AB and ED are equal. Similarly, AF and CD are equal. That way all the sides are equal, but then for our proving the fact, we need the opposite sides. And therefore we say that AB bar is equal to ED bar. We keep in mind this. And similarly, AF bar is equal to CD bar. Then by the triangle law, we have the vectors AC plus CD. Look at the figure. The vectors AC plus CD forming AD. Okay, so we can write that AC bar plus CD bar. Now CD is nothing but AF, we just now saw. So instead of CD, we can also write AF bar. So we get over here AC bar plus AF bar, which is AD bar. Similarly, we can also say AE plus ED. So in this case, we have AE plus ED, which also comes out as AD. Now ED can be written as AB also, because ED and AB are opposite sides of the hexagon, and therefore AE plus AB it becomes, is equal to AD bar. So the LHS of the given was AB plus AC plus AD plus AE plus AF. Okay, so we can rearrange it and write it this way: AD plus AE plus AB will write together, plus the remaining, that is AC plus AF, which can be written together. Now we just now saw that AE plus AE plus AB becomes AD. Similarly, AC plus AF also becomes AD. So we can say that it becomes AD plus AD plus once again we get the same quantity, which is 3AD, which actually becomes 3 into twice of AO, because O is the midpoint of AD also, and thus the answer becomes 6 AO. Thus we get what they had to prove actually. In the next sum, okay, check whether the vectors 2i plus 2j plus 3k, similarly minus 3i plus 3j plus 2k and 3i plus 4k form a triangle or not. Okay, since you cannot see the numbers over here very properly, I would advise you again to use the textbook, open the textbook and see the question properly. So we are doing this particular question. Okay, fifth question we are doing. So suppose we write the vector AB in terms of the given first one. See, later on when we learn theory, again I'll tell you how vectors can be expressed in terms of I, j and k. For now, we are going to use a triangle law. So it is enough to use these vectors over there. So AB is 2i plus 2j plus 3k. Similarly, BC becomes 3i plus 3j plus 2k. and the third vector becomes AC, which is 3i plus 4k. Now to become a triangle, okay, if the vector addition of two vectors, the first two vectors or any two vectors comes out as a third vector, then you can prove that the three points which are there, they form a triangle. So we have to check whether AC bar is equal to AB plus BC. Does it come or no? Okay, does it come or no? So this part I am leaving it to you as an assignment. Just do it and see if AC comes out as AB plus BC. When you add AB plus BC, the I term and I term will be added together, J terms you add together and the K terms, and write them in terms of I, J and K. Okay, so suppose it comes out that way, then you can say that it's a triangle. ABC forms a triangle, otherwise no. So this you can try it out as an assignment. We move on to the next sum. In the next sum, again the question is not visible, very visible over here, but the figure is visible. You have to use this figure and express C and D, the vectors C and D, that is clearly visible, in terms of the vectors A and B in the triangle PQR. So here in triangle PQR, okay, we take the triangle PQS which is given there. So by triangle law of addition, we have PQ bar is equal to PS plus SQ, vector PS plus vector SQ. Okay, from the figure itself we have PQS A bar. So A bar is equal to C bar minus D bar. Okay, suppose we keep it in mind. Then, okay, we'll number it as 1. Then we go to the other triangle, in triangle PSR. By triangle law, we have PR bar, which becomes PS plus SR. Okay, so we can write that B bar from the figure, B bar is equal to C bar plus D bar. Now adding 1 and 2. Adding 1 and 2, we have A plus B is equal to C minus D plus C plus D. Okay, so D goes away. We have 2 C bar coming there actually. Okay, thus we can write that C bar is equal to half of A plus B. That is A plus B by 2. Okay, now from equation 2, see, equation 2 was B bar is equal to C bar plus D bar. Now that we have expressed C bar in terms of A and B, we will also express D bar in terms of A and B. Okay, so from equation 2, which is B bar is equal to C bar plus D bar, we can write D bar is equal to B bar minus C bar. Rearranging it, we can write this way. We could have taken any equation, 1 or 2, but 2 was easier. So D bar becomes B bar minus half of A bar plus B bar. Equalizing the denominator, we get 2B bar minus A bar minus B bar upon 2. Okay, so this becomes now B bar minus A bar upon 2. Thus we express D as well in terms of A and B. So we express C and we also express D in terms of A and B. So these are 6 sums which I have done today. pertaining to this particular exercise. We will continue in the next lecture with further concepts. This is only the beginning. The lesson is going to be quite long, and if you do not care to study it right from the basics, it is going to be quite tough for you. Okay, so stay healthy and stay safe. See you in the next lecture now.